This is ABC 15 News Taking Action.
Welcome back to ABC 15 Mornings. I'm Justin Pizzera.
And I'm Megan Thompson. It has been an incredibly busy morning here at ABC 15. Our crews around the valley and around the state live in Phoenix and Payson for you this morning. Breaking overnight, Phoenix police searching for a suspect on the run right now. One person shot near Fillmore and Central. They have been rushed to the hospital from this scene here. The good news, that victim is expected to be okay. And your cup of coffee may cost more in the new year. Coffee bean prices have been at historic lows this year, and that's expected to reduce the incentive for farmers to expand supplies. At the same time, demand is rising as everyone from Coca-Cola to Starbucks expands into the coffee business. How were they all caught? ABC 15 exposed them after a broken system failed to stop them for months and even years. That needs to change, and that's why this morning we're launching Imposters, an exclusive 6-part original series. It's not like anything you've seen before on local news. Here's ABC 15 investigator Dave Biskobing with a preview of what he's uncovered. But how will the president's big visit impact our elections? From Scottsdale to Sky Harbor, we've got our teams all over as the president prepares to say goodbye to Arizona. Here is a gross question to think about as you sip on that coffee. Would you drink it if it was brewed with toilet water? The city of Scottsdale banking on it this morning. Now, hackers, they are relentless, but an all-new safety alert is warning about crooks potentially targeting medical devices. The FDA keeping a close eye on the threat right now. Medical devices like pacemakers are implanted into people's bodies every single day. Now, heading over to the battle in education in Arizona, coming to a neighborhood near you. The organization Save Our Schools is planning to go door to door today, asking you to vote no on Prop 305 in November. A yes vote would keep the status quo, allowing parents to get vouchers to send their kids to private and charter schools. We thought we needed to take this further for you, give you tips to keep you and your family safe, especially if they're at a school, daycare, or any place without you. The first from our experts, the opposite of what we all remember growing up. Do not teach stranger danger. It is the final day of the year and the government remains partially shut down. Chances of anything changing before midnight remains slim since most lawmakers aren't back here in D.C. And on Thursday, the 116th Congress is sworn in. About 800,000 workers are feeling the impact, figuring out what expenses they can pay for while not working. Black Friday may be over, but Small Business Saturday, it is just getting started this morning. And ABC 15's John Treeweiler is live with a store in Glendale, hoping to make a good profit today. John, you got some really special stuff for us. Also, what are you getting me for Christmas? Are you getting something?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking for you, Megan.
And we're continuing to monitor this traffic alert on the I-17 northbound. You can see a car has completely flipped over on the roof in the middle of the screen there. Multiple ambulances, DPS vehicles are on scene right now. All of those flashing lights. This is before the exit to Dunlap Avenue. If you're in that area, we're working to find out just how many people were hurt. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Call it a November surprise. It's now officially a 2-woman race to become Arizona's next U.S. Senator. Green Party candidate Angela Green is dropping out. Happening today on this holiday weekend, Valley families will say goodbye to 25 members of the Arizona National Guard. They're deploying overseas for a 9-month mission. We don't know specifically where they're going. That's for security reasons, of course, but it is likely they'll be doing combined training exercises with mission and local forces, and we thank them for their service. I think you've got a great picture. Then the city of Tempe, they want to see it. They're holding the second Tempe Instagrammys, honoring the best photographers in the city. Here's how it works. Like the city of Tempe on Instagram. Developing this morning, a candidate for Congress is accusing 2 men of making an illegal campaign donation and working for his opponent. A safety alert this morning as a consumer group warns nearly 3 million cars on the road right now could potentially burst into flames. The Center for Auto Safety demanding a recall this morning after reports that hundreds of Kias and Hyundais spontaneously caught fire. More than 200 volunteers coming together this weekend to rebuild a playground for special needs kids that was set on fire. Volunteers from several organizations, they gave up their Saturday to build the $200,000 playground at the Arizona Recreational Center for the Handicapped in Phoenix. Happening now at the live desk, we're tracking yet another fatal crash on State Route 88. This latest crash happening just east of Apache Junction. We're told at least 1 person is dead after their car rolled over. Lines out the door all around the country, and yet somehow we didn't make it.
I know.
We still didn't make it.
That means the dream is still alive
There it
for
is.
somebody out
Positivity
there.
right here.
We're excited about it.
Developing right now, is it a coincidence or something far more sinister? A Phoenix man is mourning the loss of 10 cats in just 2 months, and he thinks they were poisoned. Kevin Ashton says all of the cats showed the same symptoms in their final hours: foaming from the mouth, lethargic, and vomiting. And with all that, celebrating tonight with ASU's graduation, we can expect there to be drinking. Tempe police also receiving a $80,000 grant for youth alcohol enforcement. They're going to focus on education and enforcement to keep drunk drivers from putting all of us at risk. A little bit closer to home here, an update we're happy to bring you. The hunt is over for an arson and burglary suspect. Phoenix police say crooks broke into a family home near 51st Avenue in Thomas, stole the family's security equipment and their dog. Plus, they set fire to their garage.
This one has us saying only in Arizona.
We're so unique. It's a 9-hole course without a speck of grass anywhere in sight. Gas prices are trending downward across the country. The average price for a gallon of regular unleaded has gone down 22 cents a gallon over the past 3 weeks. You can thank falling crude oil costs for that price drop. In the valley, we were paying about $2.75 for a gallon of regular unleaded gas, but that is 30 cents higher than the national average and 40 cents higher than we paid just 1 year ago. And don't forget, you can find the gas stations with the lowest prices on abc15.com and our free ABC 15 mobile app. Developing now in the battle over our border. Agents in Yuma saying a man who illegally crossed the border set a tree on fire and threw rocks at them. They'd apparently been tracking his footprints and found the 31-year-old Honduran man hiding in the tree when he reportedly set it on fire and started throwing those rocks. None of those agents were hit, and he was eventually taken into custody. You better. I think that anticipation is really killing us back here in the studio about what that grand prize will be. And you know what? That dozen cookies sounds pretty good. So John, work on decorating one for us. A flight so festive it will take you from the Valley of the Sun to the frigid wonderland of the North Pole. Every year, United Airlines takes a little group of believers, kids from Title I schools and military families, on a plane ride to see Old St. Nick. And I was lucky enough to get on the nice list and get a ticket on this exclusive trip. Soldier's name and cause of death have not been revealed yet. This is the second American serviceman to die in Afghanistan in just the past month. We're going to turn to weather now to talk about that most accurate forecast. Iris, I know over the weekend we had some fog that was pretty interesting in the East Valley. Now I think we're looking at pretty good skies, right?
Not bad if you don't mind the clouds. We've got a lot of them.
And a feel-good story here back at home this weekend. Dozens of Valley teens got a much-needed boost before the holidays with some help from local law enforcement. In Tucson now, a fun Friday night turning deadly after someone opens fire at a popular restaurant there. Officers say 2 men were shot in the parking lot of BK Tacos in South Tucson, if you're familiar. One of them has died, the other in the hospital right now. Her family says she died following her passion. This morning, we're learning more about the North Carolina intern mauled by a lion while working at the wildlife center there. 22-year-old Alexandra Black had only been there for 2 weeks after graduating from Indiana University with a degree in animal behavior. Black was doing some routine cleaning. And keep an eye out for jolly old St. Nick on one of the Valley's favorite hiking trails. What would be the holidays without Camelback Santa, of course? Yesterday, he took his first hike up the mountain for the holiday season. He tells us he'll be there every weekend through Christmas. We start this half hour with a developing story. Evidence implicating President Donald Trump appears to be piling up as a special counsel, Robert Mueller, continues to investigate possible crimes committed during the 2016 presidential campaign. New details are out about Murphy School District in Phoenix. In a report 26 pages long, we're learning of rats, mold, and unused materials costing thousands of dollars, ultimately leading to the state taking over the district due to wasteful spending. You can see right here, a reporter has gotten in front of the camera of these live pictures from Pittsburgh. We're now learning that 4 people are dead. Jamie Warren is live in Scottsdale. You're uncovering what an endorsement like this could mean in the highly contested U.S. Senate race here in Arizona, Jamie.
Nelson Rodriguez.
And I'm Megan Thompson. Thanks so much for joining us for the Valley's only 11 o'clock newscast. We want to talk about weather. A little chilly this morning, Iris, but we enjoyed it.
Yeah, you know what? We're starting to definitely get into that fall feel.